Welcome back. Art Seminole Post 28 and American Legion Auxiliary Unit 28 host the 17th Annual Veterans Day Parade tomorrow in Ephrata. The parade assembles at 10:30 a.m. in front of the Grant County Courthouse, and the parade starts at 10:45 a.m. The event starts on C Street and runs to 2nd Avenue Southwest, to Basin Street, and west to the World War II Memorial at the Ephrata Recreation Center. A rifle salute will be fired at 11 a.m. in memory of the armistice that ended World War I. The parade continues north on Basin Street to 1st Avenue Northwest and then to C Street Northwest. Another rifle salute will be fired at the Vietnam Memorial in front of the courthouse. A luncheon is planned after the event at the Art Seminole Post at 276 8th Avenue Northwest. It's hosted by the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 28. People buying homes in Moses Lake may have to pay more. City Council members recently asked to increase the real estate excise tax by 0.25% to help recover an anticipated $1.7 million budget deficit. The tax money normally would go to the city's street repair and reconstruction budget, but city officials plan to use the money to pay for bonds on capital projects for at least the next year. City Manager Joe Gavinsky said the change could increase the city's revenue by about $190,000 a year. Mayor Dick Dean raised the suggestion of increasing the tax, saying the city government needs the help now. The council members asked for an ordinance to be brought back. 7 people were injured when a car reportedly failed to yield the right-of-way at a stop sign near Royal City Sunday night. A black 2014 Chevrolet Impala was heading south on Adams Road about 5 miles west of Royal City. The driver allegedly failed to yield at a stop sign and pulled out in front of a white 2001 Volkswagen Passat heading east on State Route 26. According to the Washington State Patrol, the Passat struck the Impala. Carlos Bernal, a 20-year-old Moreno Valley, California resident, was driving the Impala. He was injured and taken to the Quincy Valley Medical Center. The State Patrol reported Bernal was reportedly at fault for the collision and was given a citation for failure to yield the right-of-way. 3 people riding with Bernal were injured and taken to the Quincy Valley Medical Center. 1 passenger was a 6-year-old boy. Keith Weeks, a 25-year-old Lewiston, Idaho resident, was driving the Passat. He was injured and taken to Samaritan Hospital, along with a woman and a 1-year-old boy. In Northwest news, Tuesday marks the 125th anniversary of the date in 1889 that Washington became a state. The event is being celebrated at the Legislative Building in Olympia with exhibits and a program in the Capitol Rotunda. The Olympian reports the original 1889 Washington State Constitution will be on display for the day in the office of the Secretary of State. A 2-century-old portrait of George Washington by Gilbert Stuart is in the state reception room. The celebration will include an historical reenactment of the telegram delivery that announced Washington's statehood. The telegram was wired collect from Washington, D.C., with 61 cents postage due. Teachers in Colorado are learning to pack heat to protect their students. About 500 teachers decided to take a free conceal and carry class. Among them, 1 woman who was a former hostage during a school shooting. Christine Chang has the story.
No longer a victim 8 years later.
And I've reached a point in my life where I want to feel like I can protect myself and I don't have to be a victim anymore.
Samantha Schuler was a sophomore when she was held hostage at Platte Canyon High School.
I know how it feels to wake up one morning thinking it's a completely normal day and then to go to bed that night being just completely changed forever based on the experiences in one day and the choices of one person.
And she also knows the risks of being a teacher today.
Watching school shootings on the news and things like that pop up, there were times when I questioned my career choice.
That's why she was among more than 500 educators at the Centennial Gun Club for a free concealed carry class.
With my students that I love and I care about, I just don't want any of us to ever be unprotected like that.
Unprotected and feeling helpless. Colorado Senator Ted Harvey says that's exactly what schools are dealing with.
It's against the law to carry guns in schools. They are gun-free zones.
He says even with a concealed carry permit, educators are not allowed to bring guns to schools.
It's very disheartening to take all of the steps up to, but then not be able to actually protect myself the way I want to.
While opponents say guns in schools is not the way to go, both sides agree.
It's a far bigger issue, and it's going to take years and years to figure out. It's not an easy solution.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.